Anyways, let me show you this next one, and then we got it. I don't want to run out of time. This is the dipshittery. I need to know who this like sycophant is who follows these assholes around. Who's like, you guys are awesome. You're the best. Hey, who are you? Just a guy. And scene. The title of this one says it all. Please get ready to buckle up. Get ready to enjoy this. I gotta say, this is just the title of this one. It's a treat from me to you, CSL to me to you, because he passed it along. And I can't tell you, like, some days when I see the videos that come through, I'm like, ugh, more of this shit. I thought I'd asked and answered this, Your Honor. But then there are some things where you're just like, oh, that's nice. It does look like a Martin Short character between them, absolutely. You ready? You ready to see the title? NASDAQ tells Trump crypto partner Alt 5 Sigma it no longer meets listing requirements. Here's why. Probably because they partnered with these dipshits?
Hi, everybody. I'm Brittany Lewis, a breaking news reporter here at Forbes.
Hi.
Joining me once again is my colleague, Forbes staff writer, Zach Everson. Zach, thanks so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me back.
We've talked
This is a nice edit.
about Alt 5 Sigma before, and this is the fintech company that struck the billion-dollar deal with World Liberty Financial.
Yes. Which, it should have been a warning to investors in it that the fit was about to hit the shan.
The crypto venture associated with the Trumps.
Mm-hmm. And let me guess. It went awesome, and everybody came out on top, and it was amazing. It's the best ever.
You have new reporting on Alt 5 Sigma, and I think that the easiest way to break this down would be in chronological order.
And emphasis on the word down.
So let's go back to October. You reported then that the firm's CEO was suspended by the board.
Was it his decision to partner with Don and Eric?
Then in November, you reported an inconsistency surrounding the timing of when the CEO was placed on temporary leave, and that could have violated SEC rules.
Yeah, but I mean, who runs the SEC right now? Trump will decide whether it violates SEC rules. Just pfft.
Now you're reporting that yet another filing discrepancy could also violate SEC rules.
If there are any SEC rules at this point, who really knows?
This instance has to do with the timing of the accountant leaving. So, start off the conversation, what exactly did Alt 5 Sigma
What the fuck?
tell the SEC?
So this is what got interesting. Alt 5 Sigma, back about a month or so ago, informed the SEC that it could not file its quarterly.
By the way, who else thinks that these assholes wanted to name this thing Alt-Right Sigma, and, you know, based on the sociopathic man that runs the thing for the alt-right, Alt-5, I'm a Sigma male.
Report on time for a variety of reasons that had been laid out in a previous filing, and also that there had been delays associated with its accountant. So I was writing an article on the fact that they could not file this quarterly report on time. This was before Thanksgiving. So in the course of my reporting, I reached.
Was that due to actual literacy problems by all the people involved? If you gave them plastic numbers, is there a danger that they will harm themselves with them?
Out to the accountant and said,
while trying to decide which way they go?
Hey, Alt 5 Sigma says there's a delay with your report. What's going on here? And the accountant said something I was not expecting, which was, I stopped working for them.
I quit.
In August.
Just under the table. Just the accountant for this company that is partnered with the Trumps quit in August. Is that when they formed the deal?
That really struck out because they were the last accountant on record for any of their filings.
So they don't have any accountants. This sounds more and more like a Trump endeavor every day.
I then reached back out to Alt 5 Sigma saying like, hey, you know, I sent you all these.
Hey, do you guys actually have an accountant?
Questions about what delays your accountant might be responsible for.
If indeed you have one.
Let's step that back a little bit. Who actually is your accountant? And the response came, we don't want to comment on that at this time,
Yeah, they don't have one.
which was interesting for
Yes, very.
such a what you think would be a simple question to ask a public company
Yeah, funny.
on that. So this happened before Thanksgiving. I was working on it. I took some time off. I had some turkey. I had some stuffing. I saw my family. I was going to work on this when I came back. Over the Thanksgiving holiday, though, on that Friday, Black Friday, after the market closed, Alt 5 Sigma submitted submitted a filing saying, "Hey, our accountant told us all of a sudden in November that he was retiring effective immediately. We don't have an accountant. We're working to fix that." Yeah, that really didn't quite
That's a lie.
jive with what the accountant
It's a lie. It's actually a lie.
told me. So you've got another example of Alt
A lie? It's a great example of a lie.
5 Sigma telling the SEC one thing in a date, in this case that their accountant retired in November, and then you've got the accountant saying
Retired in November, of course, is a standard business euphemism for quit in August. That's what you say in business. It's a part of the Harvard MBA program. Is you learn cute little phrases like he retired in November means he quit in August.
he actually told them in July he was going to stop working for them in August, and he's actually not retiring. He's just getting out of the line of business of auditing public companies.
For legal reasons, or
I guess my next question for you would be,
what the fuck?
who's lying here? Is it Alt 5 Sigma telling the SEC, hey, our accountant just essentially up and left and we're out of luck here when it comes to filing this third quarter report? Or is the accountant lying and didn't really leave months ago?
Are you trying to get us sued? I'm going to walk around that one. We don't know. I don't have any reason to believe that the accountant would have made this sort of stuff up. He said he didn't have anything in writing. He said he spoke to the person who was then the CFO.
Whoa! Hang on. They had one accountant at this company, and they didn't have a contract with him. So he was just like, what a fucking... He was just working freelance? What?
Who's no longer with the company, and that he verbally told them, and he said, I gave them plenty of notice. Now you've got Alt 5 Sigma saying November. Now they have to report something like this within 4 business days. So they couldn't have reported in November and said, oh yeah, hey, our accountant, he left in August. That's problematic. So
it's illegal.
I don't know. I don't know exactly what the disconnect happened there, why we have those 2 different dates, but the accountant was adamant. He let them know.
Was Eric anywhere near the building? Was there concrete being laid? And by that, I don't mean poured out into, in a form of a sidewalk. I mean, was Eric Trump anywhere near there sticking his dick in some wet concrete?
Back before the filing of their second quarter report.
And typically, why would a company not file their quarterly report? Is there any indication that this is just perhaps sloppiness, perhaps an oversight, or something more?
Now, the reason that Alt 5 Sigma gave in its initial filing that there was going to be a delay and saying they needed a few extra days to do it.
A few extra.
Was they listed a whole bunch of issues that they had going on. They referenced the filing, rather, that listed a whole bunch of issues. Amongst them, there was a problem. The former CFO we were talking about is going through personal bankruptcy issues.
Why wouldn't I think? Why wouldn't that, of course, be that? Of course, I mean, it's the Trump guys just file. They just work with the dude. So why? It's silly of me not to even think immediately that they would, of course. He would be going through personal bank. He just signed a deal with the shit. The Trumps, there's no way that funny.
That involves some warrants from the company. A subsidiary has had issues in Rwanda.
Rwanda. Why does that name jump? Why would Trump have an impetus to deal with Rwanda in terms of trade? And
He changed up the amount of votes that are required to have a quorum. So there are a whole bunch
to 0
of issues that were laid out in the previous filing. So we don't know. And I mean, they did say they are having delays involving their accountant. And, if they don't have an accountant, that's probably true. They are having delays because they don't actually have an accountant.
I do want to take a step back here even further. When you're looking at a quarterly report, what information is typically in there and how vital is it for a company?
Oh, it's interim financial information. It's something that's supposed to be very important for investors to decide whether they want to own part of this company or not. It's a major factor. You will hear this throughout the investment news where, this company's coming, it's releasing its earnings. You see this huge news with Apple and Nvidia, companies that are much bigger than Alt 5 Sigma, but it is a major force there that can massively move markets. Again, not with a company of this size, but it is a major issue. It's one of the few times that companies actually have to report this kind of stuff publicly.
And Alt 5 Sigma told the SEC that the accountant left a certain date. The accountant tells you he left a different date. It's more than 4 days apart, well more than 4 days apart. Can they get in trouble, Alt 5 Sigma, for this discrepancy? And or can they get in trouble for not filing this report on time?
They can get into trouble for both of those based on reading the SEC rules and also speaking to a couple of experts in financial law. And that, submitting information that is materially false is problematic. Also, not informing them in time is an issue. Now, whether any of this gets enforced is another matter. It seems like the SEC under Donald Trump is not really doing a lot of enforcement in general.
Yeah, especially of businesses that his sons have a relationship with. The important thing, I think, is this one. This was up, and this really sets the tone on this one. And I'll just leave you with this one, along with Trump's poll numbers being complete bullshit, and the panic running through the right that's saying they've got to secure right-wing districts that they already have. And make them more aligned with the president for fear that those people will drift as he continues to hide the Epstein files, which we'll get more into tomorrow, by the way. Hit that like, share the show. It's Hal Sparks, Mega Worldwide. I gotta go. That rhymed. I was very proud of that, actually. In chat room, thank you guys so much. Don't forget to hit the like, share the show, subscribe. Become a member, patreon.com/Hal Sparks. There's the Venmo if you want to support the show that way. I appreciate you guys. Obviously, I took a ginormous financial hit being away because this is a time to make the donuts kind of a business, if you know what I mean. I'm only really making hay while the sun shines, as it were. So appreciate all the support you guys can give me. If you can't in any way, just do all the free stuff and don't worry about it. I want you guys to know that I appreciate the time that you give. That in and of itself is an incredible gift. So thank you so much, and I will see you guys later on. I'll let you know how this place is. I'm going to have a giant piece of steak. I'm already excited. Especially because I'm basically eating nothing but sardines right now because I got a little under the weather and I'm replenishing myself that way. Alright, much love. Where's this? Okay, this button. This should do it, right? Thank you guys so much. Twitch folks, let me see some emojis. Hype train. Thank you guys for subscribing.